Okay, we went through all the editing process in Sony Vegas. You've edited your whole DVD. You've put it together. Most of my DVDs are between 1 hour and 2 hours. A lot of them come in around an hour and a half for the DVDs, but somewhere between 1 hour and 2 hours is where I shoot for on the DVDs. If I had a shorter DVD, I would have no problem selling a DVD that was 40, 50 minutes as long as you said that's how long that it was. If you get much shorter than that, you're going to find in most cases it's really hard to cover the information in less time than that. But we put it all together and we've got it edited. Now this is really important before we take it over to Sony Architect. Very important. We need to insert markers into the DVD at each section. Okay, let's actually scroll out just a little bit here so you can see I got different sections here. If I scroll all the way out, you can see I have a lot of sections. You can see it in this file. I've already inserted all my markers, these little points where it says 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. These are all my markers I've set for different sections. The reason it's very important for Sony Architect, you'll see as we go to Sony Architect that we use these markers. We'll let Sony Architect will automatically divide up our DVD and create menus off of those markers. We can create some ourselves, but it's much easier if they're already set. The way that you put in these markers is you just scroll to the section that you want to add a marker. You can go up here to insert marker, or even easier, the shortcut to insert a marker is to just find the section you want and hit the M button, and it brings up a marker. It's making this one number 18 because I already have 17 in this video clip. But then you're going to title it, and again I try to be very specific on my titles here because Architect is going to pick up the titles that we put in. So I'm going to say that it's this is install WordPress. That might be a title that I want to use. And I'm going to go through each section just as you see that I've done here. And I'm going to make sure I have inserted a marker for every one of my sections so that when it goes into Sony Architect it breaks it up by menus for me. Let me go in and actually delete this one that I just showed you for example, and just go to each section and hit your M button to add the marker. And you'll notice I do it right where I added a title. I have a little graphic I added, and then I have my title text for each section as I come into the next section. And then in mine I also added some music down here, like 10 seconds of music in between each section as you're going through the video on this sample. Now what we're going to do to get it ready for Sony Architect is we're going to go up to Project, and we're going to tell it to make a movie. Our goal is we want to burn it to a DVD, Blu-ray disc, or CD. So that's the choice we're going to choose. And we're going to go next. I want to use a DVD for this one. It's going to tell me where it's going to save it at. And do I want it to stretch the video? I can tell it to stretch. Do I want it to use widescreen format? You can use widescreen DVD if you want. This is real important. Make sure that it saves the project markers in the media finder. Make sure this is checked. So let's go to next. Okay, this already exists, so it's going to be writing over something that's already there. That's okay. Yes, I want to overwrite it. Okay, and now you can see that it's rendering, and it's going to take a while to render. And so what we're going to do is we're going to let it render here, then I'm going to meet you on the next section. We're going to show how we're going to turn it into a DVD on Sony Architect.